This quick video demonstrates Servizio by YESCO, one of the many benefits of becoming a YESCO franchise. Before I begin, let me point out a few things. This platform is cloud-based and is comprised of a web interface and mobile applications. The mobile apps are available on both Android and iOS. As the franchisee, you are able to control who has access to your information by creating user accounts and assigning roles to each user. On the home screen, you see several tabs running horizontal across the screen, with a number next to each one. These are workflow queues. The numbers tell you how many items you have in that queue that need attention. You can see I have items in routes and billing with nothing in between. I'm going to focus on the process from generating a lead to generating an invoice as it flows through these queues. The first step is to schedule a route for the patroller. We go to the Unscheduled Routes tab and select the route to schedule. We click on the route and schedule the date and time. This information is accessed by the patroller through the Patrol app. You are now seeing a mirrored image of the tablet I have in front of me. I log into the Patrol app. I'm taken to a list of routes. Here is an example of what a route looks like. It is essentially a navigator screen with waypoints for each potential customer. Now I'm going to synchronize the data so I can see the updates to the schedule. I then select the scheduled route, which I have created with only one waypoint for demonstration purposes. The application uses GPS similar to a navigation screen to plot my location. As you can see, I'm at the YESCO headquarters on Foothill Drive. Now let's assume I see a sign or lighting in need of repair. I click on the waypoint and create patrol to create a patrol lead. I then take a picture and add comments. The voice-to-text feature is very convenient for patrollers who are entering information at night in their car. For example, monument sign at northwest corner of building is partially lit. The patrol is completed by clicking Save and Return. If the patroller sees an outage at a location that does not have a waypoint, they can add a patrol by clicking the camera icon at the top right of the screen. After taking a picture, he or she can use Google to identify the customer and download that contact information. This is a list of all the businesses in my immediate vicinity. If I save this patrol, the queues will prompt me later to set up the customer in the system and add it to a route. I will delete this one from the patrol list so we can focus on the patrol we have already generated. The patrol information is stored locally on my device until I synchronize. This allows the patroller to continue to operate in areas that fall outside of cell coverage. To sync the information, I first complete the route. I then go to Synchronization and click Submit Patrols and Photos. The information is now being stored in the cloud where any other users with permissions to your franchise, such as the salesperson, will have access. Speaking of the salesperson, I will now take off my patroller hat and put on my salesperson hat. The next morning, I log into the web browser and go to the home screen. I now see I have an item in the sales queue. Specifically, I have a patrol that has not been contacted. This part of the software now performs the function of a customer relationship management or CRM tool similar to Salesforce.com or ACT. I can log activities such as phone calls or emails. I can also schedule reminders to perform follow-up actions. For example, let's assume I call YESCO and speak to Ken. Ken asked me to call back and speak to Bill when he is back in the office. I can record the conversation as an activity. I can also set a reminder to call Bill. Servizio will automatically send me an email when it is time to call Bill. The lead has now moved to patrols to follow up. When I speak to Bill, I can send him the patrol photo so he can see the outage. If he agrees for us to do the work, I can complete the patrol and create a job. I put a name in for the job. Now the sales queue is empty and I have one unscheduled job under scheduling. The scheduler is a shared calendar view. Here's the job we just created. We can tell by the color coding that the job is not scheduled. I'm going to assign a crew and set a time for the job. Once it is on the schedule, I can drag the job to another time slot. I can also change the duration by simply dragging the box. Okay, the sales work is done. I am now the technician. I'm going to log into the Service app and synchronize to look at my schedule. All right, here's the job that we created. It recognized that I'm in the vicinity and asked me if I'm on site for the job. I'm going to click yes. Here's the information from the job. You can see that under patrol photos, as the technician, I can come in here and reference the patrol photo and notes that were taken. Once I'm finished with the work, I can log my time and materials in the job by going to Line Items. I click Add Item, and then search from the inventory, or type in Word to search automatically. Let's assume that I had to replace a power supply. So I select the power supply, and it's added it to my line items. I can change the quantity by swiping and typing in the new quantity. This is where I add my labor as well. We'll select service vehicle plus 1 technician. And we can change those hours as well. The work is now complete. I find my contact person at the site and complete the job approval process. They enter their name and sign with their finger. And we click Done. We save the job. And now we can again synchronize our information. While it's syncing, I'll point out that you can also add after photos and other information as the technician. So now that I'm back on the desktop, I'll refresh my screen, and you can see that our job is now changed to gray, indicating that it's completed. The final step is to create an invoice. As I go back to my queues and refresh, we can see under billing, I have one job not invoiced. I'll click back into the job, go to Actions, and select Create Invoice. The line items came straight from the job information. I'm going to add terms and a tax rate, and then click Save and Close. Now if I refresh my queue, I have one invoice that's not sent. We'll go back to that invoice and select Print or Email to send the invoice. You can select the information you'd like to include and then click OK. I'll put in my email address, and I can either print a hard copy and mail it to the customer, or I can click Email. That completes our demonstration, and thank you again for your time. There are many more features of this powerful software that I did not demonstrate. I would highly encourage you to contact us and schedule time for a phone conversation or a screen share to review this model in greater detail. Our number is 1-866-779-8359, or go to our website at YESCO.com/franchising. Sign and lighting service. It's what we do.